walking into a new chapter in your life. I think everyone would feel optimistic.
Have a new beginning. The past is in the past.
I have good feeling about 2026. I think it's going to be really good.
The saying goes, new year, new you. But what if 2026 isn't about totally reinventing who you are, rather bettering it? Our school community is using this fresh slate as an opportunity to grow with intention, to strengthen what matters, and to rise together in heart and mind. Welcome to Flight of the Firebirds, a Kellenberg Memorial podcast. I'm Mrs. Peggy York. Some of you may know me from the freshman hallway or the ARC or the class of 2003 at Kellenberg. And as the calendar turns, I am joined by three wonderful students who are setting big goals for the coming month. So I'd like to welcome senior Anabelle Senatus.
Hello, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. Junior Harper Lallo.
Hi, thank you for having me. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year to you too. And sophomore Jayden Gomes.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So it's December 31st. What do we do? Are you guys big New Year's celebrators? Jayden, let's start with you.
To the sense of like being with family, I'm big with celebrating it. The church year is better for me. I feel that the new year, the weeks into it instead.
Advent, starting the new liturgical year. Absolutely. Anabelle, did you stay up?
We visited a lot of family, and we also went to Mass the following day, which was great to start the new year off, in that holy environment, which I think is really important because you don't know what the new year is going to bring, and you always want to be blessed as you walk in.
And Harper, did you and your siblings and mom and dad, did we make it to midnight?
Barely. It was very close, but we did watch the ball drop, so that was fun.
That's awesome. That's so good. Yeah, we get together with our friends and all the kids, and we stay up, and we actually, a lot of us stayed up till almost about 2, but we had a nice night. It was fun. So that's great. And I love how so many of you bring in your faith into that too. And January 1st is a holy day. So good job, guys, on that. Who has a new year to remember? If you could think back, what is one of your best New Year's experiences? Anabelle?
I think it was last year, I believe. I went out with my friends to the city just to hang out, and we were in the Times Square area, and it was really cool to see everybody setting up for the New Year's celebration. And then you open the TV on December 31st and you see you were just there, and now it's really crowded. I think that was really cool.
Yeah, I give those people a lot of credit who stand there for hours. Jayden, what's your best New Year's Eve memory?
Probably during COVID, my family, we all got together at our upstate house.
Harper?
I'd probably say last year we went to a family friend's house, and that was really fun. We hung out. Everyone was very dressed up, and it was a lot of fun.
I love to get dressed up. It's just fun. It's the night for glitter and sparkles and all the fun things and the glasses. It's all about that. What do you guys think about the concept of resolutions?
I really love them because I like having a goal and achieving that goal. Just when you do it, it just makes you feel great. So I do love them.
That's great. Yeah. And Anabelle, yourself?
Yeah, I love resolutions. I love having goals. It gives you something to look forward to. But it's also about having a plan to achieve that goal. I think that's just as important as that specific goal. And I think it just helps overall as you grow to have something to sort of work to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And Jayden, what do you think is the key to meeting those resolutions that you set out for yourself?
Not really keeping them too high, like too far out to reach, but keeping them to where it's achievable.
And also, I think with that, giving yourself grace. If you don't accomplish it, just keep working, right? And I think that's really a good way to look at it. So we ended 2025. It's over. How do you think it went? Looking back at it, now's also a time for us to reflect. How was 2025 for you? Anabelle, you want to start? You're smiling at me.
I think it was great. I mean, I did a lot of interesting stuff, with the Business and Finance Club. We went to the New York Stock Exchange, which was great. And I also competed at the Adelphi Challenge again this year. And I took several, of the Malloy courses, which now I have, credits to move forward in as I'm going to college. So I think I did a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do walking into 2025. And I'm really happy with how that year went.
And as the moderator of Business and Finance Club, I'm very proud of you. So well done. Harper?
I think it was an exciting year. I did a lot of traveling. I did a lot of college tours, which was very new, but it was really fun to get to know like what I really want to do.
That's great. And college is scary, so good job
Yeah.
that you did all those college tours. Well done. And Jayden, how was your 2025? I mean, some of it was spent in 9F.
Being in 9F was a big part of my year last year. On the other side, getting stronger in my faith and growing and like meeting new people at Kellenberg. That was strong, and just being here.
That's great. For those that don't know, I am the homeroom moderator of 9F, and Jayden was in my homeroom. That's what we're talking about there. So now the clock turns. It's now 2026. We're here. One of the things I find about New Year's is that we have this idea of New Year, New You, but I actually prefer New Year, Best You, because you are who you are and God created you that way and you're beautifully made in his image and likeness. And while we don't have to become, new, we have to become the best version of ourselves. Who has some personal goals that they're working for in 2026 that is their best you? Harper, you have a nice smile on your face there.
Yeah, I think personally I have a lot of track goals. I want to lower my times, be consistent, and just be really involved with the track team. But also, like, academically, I want to do very well this year because I know that's what I'm applying to colleges with.
It's a big year for you, junior year.
Yeah.
We have, so all of you guys here, we're in very different stages. So it's exciting to hear all of this. And Jayden, how about you? What are some personal goals you're working for in 2026?
Probably to gain courage to do more things like this, because this is pretty cool, and just to move forward and have a new beginning. The past is in the past. Now I get to set new achievements, get higher in academics, just do well.
Anabelle?
Yeah, I really liked what you mentioned about sort of building off what you already had in the previous year. I think last year my academics grew a lot better, and I really want to take this year to really push that and continue with that journey. And I think that's going to help me do better in college and in the future just generally.
And you guys, what I love here is that you're all so focused on your academics. Does anybody have any accomplishments or goals that they want to work on in 2026 that maybe are outside of school? I love that you're so school focused, but does anybody have any personal goals?
I think I definitely want to do more programs catering towards like what I want to study in college. For example, I could like shadow my uncle. He owns a business and I want to do accounting. So I want to see like what his bookkeeping is, for example.
Right.
So I would like shadow him and just use more of my time to focus on building my strengths as I walk into college.
The real world experiences.
Right.
That's wonderful. Harper, anything with you?
I feel like spend more time with friends because I'm very involved at school. So I feel like sometimes you need to take a step back and focus on yourself.
I agree with that tremendously. You know, Kellenberg is such a central focus for all of us. And I love that that is coming out here. And one of the things that I think Kellenberg does do is it also brings us close to our friends and our family members, and to give time to those people in whatever way, even if it means bringing them here to events. But, you know, spending time for yourself too is also so important. And I really do love that you guys aren't so focused on, and this isn't a bad thing at all. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to eat better. I want to work out more. I want to do this. And Jayden, kind of what you said before, sometimes those things aren't always the most attainable, but finding small things that you can work on. And if that does include, like for me, I'll tell you, on January 2nd, I wanted to sleep in and I didn't. I said, get up, you're going to go to the gym because you have to do that. And there are those little things that you can do to help, you know, grow yourself. We've definitely talked about academics. We've talked about our personal goals. And you guys have already sort of touched on this because I know for all of you, your faith is so central. What are some faith goals for you this year? Jayden, you look like you're ready to tell me. Go for it.
Definitely to go to Sunday Mass every weekend. Grow with God. He's always there for you. So whatever you need, don't be afraid to go ask. And just like centralize the faith through everything you do.
Just give it up to God. You're right. He's always there. Harper?
I'd say probably going to XLT. I love XLT, and whenever I go, I always just feel calm afterwards.
I couldn't agree with you more on that. XLT has become my thing, and I love it so much. So I agree with you there. Great job. And Anabelle?
I think I wanted to make it a goal to say a specific prayer every morning and then a Bible verse every night. Recently, I've been reading Proverbs, which really helps because it's like general life advice, which I think is great. I think I just want to grow my overall relationship with God and make it more personal this year.
And that really is so key. And you guys are all really touching on this, that God is central to our life. And no matter what's going on, whether we hit those goals, those achievements we want, if we just let go and let God and bring it to Him, He's going to get us where we need to be in this year and every day. So Anabelle, now that it is 2026, this is now it. This is your graduating year. This is when you came in as a freshman. You were always the class of 2026, and now we're here. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, these past, almost 4 years now, it happened really fast, but I definitely think I took advantage of a lot of opportunities to get myself where I am now. And I think it was really fun seeing everybody grow together. You know, you see your friends, you think back to when we were freshmen and now we're seniors. I think it's going to be really exciting when we graduate, and I can't wait.
Yeah, you have so many fun things to look forward to, and it is incredible how fast time goes. But yeah, this is going to be a really exciting year. And when that year changed, like there it is, there's that 2026, and that's it. Class of 2026, here you are. So Anabelle is the graduating class of 2026. But really soon, guys, we're going to be welcoming in a new class in 2026 to become the class of 2030. What is something you would say to these students that are waiting for those acceptance letters to hit their inboxes soon? Jayden, you were just there not too long ago. What's something you would say to those students?
Don't be afraid. It's just a new challenge. Just like accept everything that comes to you. High school might be scary, but you have like other friends around you.
That is so true. And so many students have been there, done that. You know, I always say to my students the first day of class, I'm like, hey, I sat there, you know, I did this, I get it. So you're right. There is such a greater community that is right there alongside of you. Harper, so what would you say to those students that are on that horizon of coming here to Kellenberg?
I'd say definitely go out of your comfort zone, because that's what I did, and that's what made like the biggest changes and like probably the best part of my high school.
If there's anywhere that you can try new things, it's here, right? Kellenberg has such amazing opportunities, and I think that that's something too to lean into in 2026 is finding something maybe new, again, making that your best you. And Anabelle, as you're departing those that are going to be coming in, what would you like to say to them?
I like what Harper said about pushing yourself and trying new things. I think it's important because these are the most important years for you to grow as a person. And I think the only way you can grow is to be uncomfortable. And you could do several clubs or several sports that's different to you, but it's going to be great for you.
So now we fast forward, and it is December 31st, 2026. And we're together with our family or in New York City at Times Square, wherever we are. And the clock is ticking down. And now we've hit January 1st, 2027. If you were to write yourself a letter to open up that day, 1/1/27, how do you hope to be able to categorize this year that we're just starting now, but then it will be done? How do you hope to be able to categorize that, Harper?
I'd hope to say that it was successful, I think, in accomplishing my goals and resolutions for sure, but also like accomplishing my personal goals.
Anabelle?
I think it's important to sort of reflect on the goals that you set in the beginning of the year and keeping yourself accountable and making sure that you did the due diligence to achieve those goals and continue to achieve more and set more goals. I think that's really important.
Let's think a little bit more outside the box. If you could pick one thing that you could try and accomplish this year, that you could look back at and say, wow, I did it, what would that one thing be? I'll tell you my very small, and it may sound ridiculous, goal, but is not to hit snooze in the morning as much as I do. I think that was something I got very stuck in last year. So that's one of my very small goals, but very achievable, I think. And I would be very proud of myself if I could get out of bed. Jayden, do you have something?
Probably public speaking. That's something very hard to do. So if I'm able to achieve that by the end of the year, I think that would be a great achievement.
Well, I think you started that right here, sitting here doing this podcast. That's probably step one. So look, we've already helped you on your way. You'll get there. Harper?
I agree. I am very nervous when it comes to public speaking, so I think getting over that fear and doing more of it is probably a goal.
And again, we're here and you're doing such a great job. Anabelle?
I think I want to continue to learn how to cook or bake, something new. My older sister, she loves to bake, and maybe I could help her out sometimes, and I think that could be like our bonding time. So I think that's something to look forward to.
Around the new year, oftentimes there becomes one word that becomes our mantra for the year. If I were to ask you, what is your one word, what would it be? Anabelle?
I think my one word would be optimism, because I think it's great to have something to look forward to, and I think it's very exciting when you're optimistic about something, especially when you're walking into a new chapter in your life. I think everyone would feel optimistic, so that's definitely going to be my personal mantra for this year.
Harper?
I'd probably say exciting. I'm excited to start 2026. I have a good feeling about 2026. I think it's going to be really good.
Jayden?
I'd say trust. To trust like God's plan, everyone around you, to trust in them, because they're going to lead you through it all.
I think mine would be strength, and maybe not physical strength, just strength in everything, strength in family, strength at work, strength in faith, just continuing to grow in that. So I think that would be my word for the year. I want to thank Anabelle, Harper, and Jayden for being here today. And I want to wish the three of you and all listening at home the best with your personal resolutions this year. May they be less about perfection and more about intention. And for that, together we pray. Remember us, O God, from age to age, be our comforter. You have given us the wonder of time, blessings in days and nights, seasons and years. Bless your children at the turning of the year, and fill the months ahead with the bright hope that is ours in the coming of Christ. You are our God, living and reigning forever and ever. Amen. There's so much to come at Kellenberg Memorial in 2026, and we can't wait to share it with all of you. I'm Mrs. Peggy York, and this is Flight of the Firebirds.